Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, good night. Welcome to all of you, no matter what time of the day it is. And welcome to our second relaxamation session. So today, last time I did this, I gave a little bit of an explanation about it, what it was and what it is. So I'm going to kind of bypass this today because I'm sure that actually you really want to get into the relaxation part of it. Before I get started though, I do want to say for all of those of you that saw Tanya's post about the soup that she gave me when I went visiting, actually I really enjoyed it, and I have today bought the 3 tins of beans that I need to make it myself. I have to say the touch of chilli I think was what sold it for me. So I am now going to be a bean soup eater. So thank you, Tanya. I really did appreciate it. So today, just a quick overview. One is I do have a dog. I am hoping that she isn't, or I just saw her head pop up then. I'm hoping that she isn't going to bark too much through the session, but don't worry if she does. It's just part of the sounds. Now I've warned you, your unconscious mind will know and accept it. Today's topic is about forgiveness. And as I said, my guided relaxations are about relaxing you and quietening the mind, easing and softening the body. But I also like to build in an affirmation that you can use throughout the months. And one of the things that I have found to be quite useful is actually the topic of forgiveness. And forgiveness is one of those things, it's kind of, it's the opposite of holding a grudge, isn't it? When somebody or something has gone wrong, or you don't even like a place, you can hold a grudge against a place, actually, weirdly enough. It's really hard to forgive, and our desire to hold that grudge against the person, even ourselves sometimes, about how we behave, how we think, or places, can limit us to how we see the world. One of the interesting things that was said to me about resentment was it's a bit like taking a poison and hoping that the person that you are feeling resentful about is going to die from it. Well, that isn't going to be the case. Actually, you're the one that suffers because you're the one that hasn't let go. And that other person is walking around absolutely oblivious and may even not realise that they have caused offence or upset or caused pain or hurt. So this is one of the reasons why I'd like to just mention that this affirmation is going to be around forgiveness. And as I said, it can be a forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of others, forgiveness of experiences, etc. You use it in whichever way you feel is best for you. And just remember that my saying is always, it's different strokes for different folks. Okay, so there is no one right thing for everybody. Forgiving the other person, if it is a person or yourself, a lot of people feel that it's like giving up and saying that, they're right and I'm wrong. That isn't the case at all. It doesn't have any meaning. Forgiveness has no meaning to the rights and wrongs. It's just about letting it go, letting it just float on by so that it doesn't cause you any pain, any angst, any difficulties, etc. So what I'd like you to do is, I know it's really hard. I mean, I have carried grudges against people. Luckily for me, I actually have a really short memory, so I do tend to forget. And I think it's my forgetting that actually helps me, because I just let it go. And you only have to ask my daughter, because I mean, she's actually had to remind me of some of her punishments, because when she was a little girl, that was, because sometimes I could even forget what it was that she'd done and what the punishment actually was. So I think that forgiveness is empowering. I think it is empowering for you and your life. And it actually disempowers the other person, because it gives them no control or nothing. Oh, my dog's paying attention now. Are you going to join in? Go on, under there. She's under my desk. Sorry, what was I saying? It disempowers them, because if they know that they have upset you, if they know that they are causing a problem for you, and if you react towards them, then they know, and that gives them some kind of measure of power and manipulation over you. So let's work today about forgiving those things that are causing us to feel uptight about things in our lives. But I really importantly want you to think about perhaps forgiving yourself. And the reason I say that is, after my heart attack, I was angry. I was angry at a lot of things. I was also anxious and uptight, concerned, confused, and really, I was just in a complete and utter flap. But I felt angry. I felt angry and cross and resentful of the way that I had lived my life. The fact, that I was a smoker, and your behaviours, my behaviours, all of the things that I did that actually drove, I don't know that drove is the right word, but may have facilitated me having a heart attack. And so for a long time I was actually really angry and resentful of myself. So if any of you feel like you're let down by your body, and what I mean is, I felt let down by my heart. I had been, as much as I've just said that I felt guilty about some of the things that I did martial arts for over 10 years. I did gymnastics before that. I was always athletic. I was running around. My diet was really healthy, most of the time. And, I even managed my stress levels, and yet still my body let me down. My heart let me down. And when I ruptured my Achilles let me down. And when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I was angry because, again, my body had let me down. And I actually really, really felt disappointed, because I believed I was going to live forever. I believed I was immortal. So now I've gone on a little bit, even though I said I wasn't going to. Shall we start the relaxation? So first of all, I'm going to put some music on. If I can find the play button. You'd think I'd do it so many times that I wouldn't forget. And turn the volume up, always helps. So I can see that there's a few people watching already. I'm not sure whether you can actually hear the sound okay, the music and my voice. So if one or two of you wouldn't mind just dropping a comment in, then I know that I'll be good to go, because I do want you to be able to hear this. Okay, so while I wait for a comment or two, so I'd just kind of like to remind you that this is your time, and I'd like you to get yourself comfortable in a chair with your feet flat on the floor and your arms just resting gently in a comfortable position. If you prefer to lay down, that is your choice too. Remember, it's different things for different people. But I want you to just take the time for yourself in whatever position is good for you. Now, because there are a number of you, and it's a virtual group, although I can't see any of you, but you know that I am talking to more than one person, I want you to begin by closing your eyes, because from this moment onwards, you can imagine that I am talking to you, and to you alone. So if your eyes aren't already closed, allow them now to gently rest and close. That's right. And now I'd like you to take a long, deep breath in. slowly and gently breathe in through your mouth, calm and peace, holding that breath for a mental count, and then exhale through your mouth. That's right. And now I'd like you to take another breath in, this time through your nose, breathing in, calm and peace, holding and exhaling through your mouth, allowing all the worries of the world to be left behind. And as you settle in and settle down into your body, just make yourself comfortable and relax. It is better if your legs are uncrossed, but it really doesn't matter if you need to move just slightly at any time, now and again. You don't have to be absolutely still. Just be comfortable and relaxed in your own space and place. Now I want you to take another deep breath in and hold it before breathing out slowly, allowing the whole body to relax as you do so. And even though your eyes are closed, that's right. You are aware. And I want you to just keep listening to the sound of my voice. And as you do, you'll be aware of some other sounds too. Sounds from inside your room. Maybe a ticking clock, or the creaking of the building, or movement from other people. Sounds from outside, maybe passing traffic, the sounds of the weather, people moving around. But these won't disturb you. In fact, they'll help you to relax. Because just for now, the world outside, yes, the world outside is absolutely unimportant to you. The only sound you're interested in is the sound of my voice. And while you're listening to the sound of my voice, I want you to concentrate for a moment on your breathing again. Breathing slowly and steadily and evenly, just as is comfortable for you. Perhaps it might be just as if you were trying to convince someone that you were absolutely sound asleep. And with each breath out, each time, just allowing your whole body to relax more and more. Feeling your shoulders releasing with every breath out. Sinking further and further down with each breath you breathe. That's right. It's quite normal. You can. And any and all thoughts, feelings and sensations wash right over you. Or you can choose to let them help you relax. Whatever you do is absolutely right for you, and you simply cannot get this process wrong. Settling in and settling down. And I'd like you to put your awareness on your feet. And I'd like you to use your imagination and imagine your feet relaxing and letting go. Imagine all the muscles in the toes and the feet relaxing. And as you imagine them relaxing, you can find that they will do so easily. And as you continue to breathe deeply, peacefully, calmly, you inhale tranquility and exhale, letting all your thoughts and feelings dissipate into the air around you. Now imagine that feeling of relaxation in your feet flowing up to your calf muscles, relaxing all the muscles, all the tendons, as it spreads from your feet to your calves, to your knees, releasing them, letting go. And that relaxation can now flow up to the thighs, relaxing all the muscles of the thighs, the fronts, the backs and the sides. Relaxing, letting go, allowing the legs to feel heavy, heavy and relaxed, almost as if they were sinking into your chair. And I'm wondering how much more You'll allow that feeling of relaxation to spread, spreading up to the stomach muscles and the lower back, releasing the tummy muscles and softening the back, the lower back, releasing. Let all the muscles loosen and relax, softening, dreaming, drifting, falling. That's right. Really let that relaxation flood in as it begins to spread to the chest and the upper back, dropping the shoulders down, sinking into the chair. That's right. Very good. Moving now as those sensations of calm in the shoulders allow the shoulders to drop down, as the sensations of relaxation flow down the upper arm like a waterfall, easing down through the elbows to your forearms, from your forearms to your wrists, from your wrists softening and gently moving down to the fingers, even to your fingertips. That's right. You're doing perfectly well. And you can allow your focus to move to your neck, and shoulders spreading down, the left side of your neck, the right side of your neck, softening, gently easing. Feeling that feeling spread to the jaw as you let your jaw drop down. And I don't know how that feels to you as your jaw drops and your shoulders fall, and those feelings of relaxation spread to the cheeks and the tiny muscles around your eyes, to your eyebrows, and I wonder how it feels to let them go, spreading to the forehead, soothing and smoothing, even the scalp muscles relaxing. That's right. You're doing fine. Let the whole body relax. Now, I don't know if your unconscious knows more or less than you think it does. And when you think about it for a moment, your unconscious is now making new connections, which will allow you to see and hear things in a new way and understand things at a deeper level. Haven't you already begun now to relax? And as you're so wonderfully relaxed, nobody wanting anything, nobody expecting anything, and absolutely nothing for you to do but to relax and take time for yourself. And I want you to imagine again that you are just an observer of your own mind, drifting slowly down, drifting, dreaming, dropping, falling. You can perhaps now or in a moment allow your memories to float back to a time, that time where you believed that everything and anything is possible. Perhaps you'll experience a clear moment in pictures or sounds, or maybe just a sense of that time, a sense of just being, and that's okay. Absorbing the memory of that time when anything and everything was possible. The thoughts, the feelings, the sensations, and the knowing that you do know how it feels to believe that forgiveness is a gift I give myself. And I want you to repeat that phrase. Forgiveness is a gift I give myself, in your own mind, each time you hear me say it. And over again, repeating it out loud to yourself over the coming days or weeks. Practicing connecting the feelings and words as you go through your everyday life. Forgiveness is a gift I give myself. While you may have been wronged in the past, you choose to forgive others. Forgiveness is a gift I give myself. By forgiving others, I become free of the past. I'm then free to live entirely in the present. By forgiving myself, I begin to love and cherish the body and the mind that makes me me, you. You can learn to trust again, to have faith in yourself and your being. Forgiveness is a gift I give myself. Holding on to the past creates challenges in the present and the future. So you choose to let go of the past and move forward without baggage. You are grateful for the challenges of your past. These challenges teach you valuable lessons that you can use in the present now and the future as it comes. Forgiveness is a gift I give myself. By forgiving others, you allow yourself to fully engage in the wonderful aspects of your life. You choose to focus on the good parts of your life and to release any parts of the past that don't serve you. The power in the past is only power if you choose to give it, and you choose to be free of the past. Forgiveness is a gift I give myself. When you feel that you have been treated poorly, you search for the valuable lesson in that situation. Then you forgive and forget and move on. You are mistreating yourself when you hold on to a grudge. Let it go. That's right. Forgiveness is a way of showing strength and compassion to others and yourself. Today you give yourself a gift by forgiving others, forgiving places, forgiving situations, forgiving yourself, your body, your thoughts, your feelings. Forgiving, forgetting, and focusing on all the positive things that are in your life now. You feel light and free as a bird when you practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is a gift I give myself. That's right. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And at the count of 5, and not before, you'll open your eyes only as quickly as it's comfortable for you. 1, 2, 3. Halfway there now, beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes. 4, eyes beginning to flutter. And 5, bringing everything back with you and coming all the way back into the present time. So, as I've said before, I can't see you, so I don't know how you're feeling. I do hope that that was enjoyable and relaxing. You should sleep really well tonight after that. And as I've said, if you enjoyed it once, you can listen to it again because it is recorded. So I'm not sure whether you worked it out. I'm pretty certain that you did, that the affirmation is, forgiveness is a gift I give myself. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to think of 2 other phrases that you can add to the forgiveness is a gift that I give myself that will move you in the direction of letting go of all the past transgressions that you still hold in the present. If you'd like to add that, I'm going to put a post in the group, and I will put some information in there like I did last time. So if you want to actually put your affirmations that you come up with in the comments below, that would be really lovely, because I might steal some off you. But you don't have to. That's just a little bit of extra. So I'm going to remind you about affirmations and how they work. Well, not how they work, how you need to practice them. And that is, you need to say them regularly, a number of times a day. Okay, I would say that 5 times of 3 different affirmations is pretty good going, and I'm sure I must have said this before, I do them when I am driving the car. Usually it's one of the first things I think about when I get in the car, is to say my affirmations, not necessarily these ones or whatever it is that I'm working on at a time. So you're going to find, and I often will talk about this, you need to say them at least once a day. 3 times a day is super special, but you will hear excuses in your head, just the same as when people are trying to quit smoking or change their diet or take up exercise. There will be excuses or reasons that we hear in our head. So sometimes you need to kind of pay attention. So one of them is going to be that you just don't have time. Well, as I've said, you don't have to always say them out loud, but you can say them in your head while you're cleaning your teeth. You can say them in the car if you're driving somewhere. You can do them while you're washing up. It's not something that you actually have to stop and do. The other thing that might come up is actually probably not an excuse. It is that you will forget them, or, and again, I forget to do them. So the key there is to actually write them on a piece of paper, stick them on a post-it note or a piece of paper, put them on your screensaver on your phone, set a timer so it reminds you. But one of the crazy things that I have is if I'm on an affirmation trail thing, I try to remember to say my affirmations every time I walk through a door frame. I know, a bit weird, but it works for me. And as I said, different strokes for different folks. You've got to do what you do. So it now leaves me to kind of just say to you that there's a few questions, like there was last time, for you to self-reflect over, based around forgiveness. And again, I'll post them into the group. But for now, the 3 are these. Who do you need to forgive? And it might be that you have a few people, or yourself included, or situations, etc. Number 2 would be, what would you gain by forgiving that person? There is always a positive in forgiveness. And as I said, forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. It's not for the other person, the other place, etc. And thirdly, can you let go of your negative feelings about that person? And if not, why not? And if not, why? Oh, hang on, that was a bit confusing. But what has to change for you to be able to do that? And I'm quite happy to give some input if you get stuck. So I would just like to say thank you ever so much for spending the last 40 minutes or so with me. I love doing guided relaxations. I hope you really get the benefit out of it. And I'd just like to remind you that I do hypnosis as well. And if you go to the Sally F. Crawley page, you can find my shop, and there are some recorded hypnotherapy sessions which are about creating change in the unconscious mind, and therefore when you first had surgery or a heart attack, they're all focused about helping people that have been through either a heart attack, cardiac arrest, or heart cardiac surgery of some kind. There's sessions to help you sleep, sessions to help you stop worrying, sessions to help you come to a solution to problems that you might have. But anyway, I'm going to go now. Have a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, dusk time, night time. Have a great day. It's been brilliant. Bye for now.